Hi guys, this is your girl P. I just wanted to come to you all to let you know about this journey that I'm starting. This is a health journey that I'm starting, a medical journey that I'm starting, and I just wanted to kind of bring you all along on what's going on in my life. This all started back on June 19th of 2019. I had my first seizure at the age of 40. I was at work and something happened there. To make a long story short and not to go into details, I left on my lunch break, went to a local Starbucks. Everybody knows I love Starbucks. Love Starbucks. And I wanted to call my mom and pops to ask them to pray. My regular phone I forgot in Greenville because it was on a Father's Day weekend that we went over to Greenville. I was living in Raleigh, North Carolina. And the only phone that I had was a Wi-Fi phone. On the way to Starbucks, I began to lose consciousness. And I do not remember that drive from, if anyone is familiar with Raleigh, North Carolina, into Raleigh Road. I don't remember that drive at all. I don't know how I got there. It was just God's grace that got me there. And when I got there, I remember placing my order, but I don't remember the walk to the bar stool. Someone told me that the manager came over to talk to me. I don't remember that conversation. Next thing I know, I wake up in an ambulance. And they said, "Ma'am, you're going to be okay. You just had a seizure." "What do you mean I just had a seizure? I don't have those." "Well, you just had one. Your blood pressure was 250 plus, over 150 plus." "What do you mean?" I just broke down into tears. "What do you mean? I don't have seizures." "No, that's not happening. And plus I need to call my supervisor because now I'm going to be in trouble. Like, something needs to give. We have your mom on the other line." My mom was saying, "Paulette, are you okay? Are you okay?" I was like, "Somebody needs to call my job because I'm going to get in trouble. Like, call them now." So they called my supervisor and let them know what was happening, let them know where I was. And good thing my parents were on the way to Raleigh to hang up a TV in Chloe's room. So they kind of, Starbucks end up letting my parents and others know kind of what happened and what took place. I don't recall anything at all. The Batista kind of let me know that the manager came over and talked to me. I then fell off of the bar stool. A patron there called me, good thing, and I began to seize. The Batista came from behind the bar, and he put his apron over my lap because I had on like a little mini skirt type thing, and they just stayed with me until help arrived. And all I can think of is it was God's grace that I was not driving at the time this occurred. Like, really. So my mom and pops came and got me, and that was my last day in Raleigh, North Carolina. I've been back home up until current. On December 16th of 2019, in my mom and pop's home, I had another attack. And my mom, she was sending me outside to get some wrapping paper. She didn't hear the alarm go off. She came into the kitchen. She said that she saw me staring off. And she was like, "What's wrong with you?" And all she could do was catch me from falling on her ceramic floors. Her and my grandmother, at the time, Grandma Evelyn, called me, brought me into their living room, and I began to seize again. They took me to the emergency room and then I had an anxiety attack there at the hospital. They kept me for a couple of days, ran tests. They don't know why at the age of 40 I started having these. They said in Raleigh that it was a provoked seizure. They don't know why I had a seizure in December. Fast forwarding to June of this year, 2022, I think it was June 13th, I was in Harris Teeter drinking Starbucks. Again, everybody's like, you need to stop drinking Starbucks. That'll never happen. I was like, Starbucks is like family to me, like for real now. Like I loved it before, but they're like family to me. I was with my daughter waiting on transportation to pick me up because I had just picked up some prescriptions and don't remember anything at all. Woke up in the ambulance. Chloe was right beside me. They said I had another seizure. Last thing I remember was calling my mom saying that transportation wasn't there yet, and woke up in the ambulance. My baby girl was sitting there, and they was like, your baby girl is fine. She's right here. She has toys. I was like, well, how am I going to pay for them? I need to pay for them. They was like, she's fine, ma'am. You're going to be okay. And then I passed back out. Next thing I know, I'm at the hospital there with my sister. Didn't remember anything. So at this point, they ran more tests and they confirmed at the age of then 42 that P has epilepsy. Epilepsy, I found out, well, I knew that my father's baby sister, or not baby sister, yeah, baby sister, she died from epilepsy. And upon talking to my mom, my mom told me that her grandmother had epilepsy as well. So epilepsy ran on both sides of my family. And here I am, age 43 now, and I have been diagnosed with epilepsy. Not only migraines, which I have on a regular almost every single day that I deal with, and currently have a migraine now, but most people can't tell because I deal with it fairly well. But sometimes people say they can see it in my eyes because my eyes are swollen, or I either wear makeup to kind of hide. But I kind of deal with it well, unless it's really, really aching and I just cry silent tears, like I have been in the last couple of days, just crying silent tears. Or my baby, she'll come in and say, Mommy, are you okay? Is it your head hurting again? And she'll just kind of rub my head. But yeah, so this is my journey on epilepsy. So now I have specialists in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, that are going to see what they can do for me, because I have failed pretty much every medicine that's on the market. And now the next thing we're going to do is surgery. Those of you that follow me on Facebook may have seen a post that I did that said, my baby girl said, "It's okay, Mommy, it'll grow back." They're saying they're going to have to cut off my hair. Those of you that know me know I love my locks. My locks are very sentimental because I grew my locks at the time that I found out that I was having or had a miscarriage and found out I was pregnant with Chloe. At the time that I cut my hair recently is when I was going through a very, very low time in my life. And my locks had grew down to my bottom. And that was very tough for me, but I did it. But to cut off all of my hair, I just cried when they told me recently. But like Chloe said, Mommy, she was sad when I told her. She said, but Mommy, it'll grow back. So I'm hoping when they come together and do the studies on me, they will find out they will just have to cut off parts of my hair. I very rarely have edges now because when I was a baby, I used to suck my thumb and twiddle my hair. So my hair is pretty much broke off from my edges as it is. This is the side that my epilepsy is on. I have focal, what is it? Temporal lobe epilepsy is what I have. So I can literally be talking to you and go off in a daze and will lose consciousness of what I was talking about and then come back. They was like, have you ever experienced that before? I said, I absolutely have experienced that before. I remember times where I was talking and it's actually happened. Not long ago, I was on the phone with someone and experienced that. And it's like the most embarrassing thing ever. It makes you not want to talk because people that don't understand it will look at you and kind of judge you. And someone that was like popular in school, had tons of friends, and loves to talk all the time, and such a people's person, to be reduced to such a low, it's kind of like, really? Like, that's all I love to do is talk, be a people's person. And now I feel like everything has been taken away from me. Like, I don't even feel comfortable talking anymore because I don't know when I'm going to have a seizure, when this is going to happen to me. And then I remember one time I actually blacked out at home and passed out on the floor. And my baby girl, she was 4 years old. She actually had to call for help. She called my mom and my sister. And to be that young and to have to watch mommy go through stuff like this, she is absolutely, when I say my baby girl is heaven sent, she is like the biggest supporter between her and my family, my immediate family. I'm like, my baby girl was heaven sent. I mean, I went through a lot to have her and to get her here. Like, she is literally a testimony. Like, I can't say enough about her. But she is like, she didn't want me to come today. She was like, Mommy, I don't want you to go to Chapel Hill. Those doctors don't know anything. I can help you. Like, Mommy, just stay here. She wanted to come so bad. She reminds me of myself when my father was living and he was going through heart disease. And I was like, I want to go to the doctors with you because those doctors don't know anything. I can help you. And when they finally built the heart center in Greenville, I was like, see, if my daddy was living, this would be so much different. He would still be living. But I know everything happens for a reason. But I just wanted to bring you all on this journey. Today, I'm here in Chapel Hill, and I will be having a PET MRI. I haven't had anything to eat since 7 o'clock this morning, and right now, it is 12:09, so I have to be down in the lobby a little bit before 12:30 to go over to the brick here at UNC. This is where my specialist is. I would love to move to Chapel Hill to be closer to them, but that's not going to happen. Chapel Hill is just out of my reach right now, but I love Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill is love, 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 love. Anybody want to take me in as be their godchild and sponsor me? But any of my doctors. But no, just kidding. But I love Chapel Hill. And because my specialist is here, it's just everything. But some of my doctors are still back home. My neurologist for my migraines, she's back home. And my internal meds doctor is back home. And he just got a promotion. So I'm so excited for him. But I just want you all to keep me in prayer during this journey. Those of you all that will be following me. And then tomorrow I have another MRI to go to. And then later on, I'll be back up here to do a special EEG where they'll actually be putting leads or some type in my head. And I will be here for 3 to 4 days. and they will be triggering some seizures to see exactly, to pinpoint exactly where the epilepsy is, to make sure I am definitely a good candidate, a great candidate for the surgery, to see if they can remove that part of my brain that causes the epilepsy, or see if they can laser it out. So that's where we're at. And if all works out well, then I'll be having the surgery in the spring of 2023. So that's where we are. Right now, I have not driven since 2019 when I had the seizure. And I still have spells, which is auras, where I will either black out, I'll see sparkles. I've been seeing these sparkle episodes now for 3 days, which means I've either had a seizure in my sleep, which I believe I did I think it was 3 days ago, because I bit my tongue, the top part of my tongue. And when that happened, because I'm so, sad to say, used to these coming on, it just happened. I woke up, went right back to sleep, because it's like my new norm, which is sad to say, but I'm not going to let it get the best of me, because I know my healing is on the way. I'm trusting God that my healing is on the way. But, and then the other day I was at Sam's Club with my mom, and the whole store looked like it was filled with smoke. And I was like, Mom, do you see that? Is the store filled with smoke? She was like, no. I said, are you sure, Mom? Like, the store is filled with smoke. She was like, I don't see it, Paulette. I was like, but it is. And I got really, really dizzy. I said, something isn't right, Mom. I felt like I was about to pass out. So she immediately began to pray. I was like, I don't care who sees me getting prayed for, because my mom is a pastor. My pops is a bishop. I said, I don't care. And if I get slayed out in the spirit right here in Sam's Club, I really don't care right now, because that's how bad I literally felt. Like I was literally about to pass out and have a seizure right there in the store, because I've been seeing sparkles, and my whole right side, like my fingers and my toes, have been feeling numb for the last 2 days. So it was like I was looking for it to happen at any time. And I was just like, I don't want to be home alone. I don't want Chloe to be home alone with me, even though she knows what to do. She knows my code on my phone. She knows exactly who to call. She knows to get her phone. She knows who to call. She knows 911. She knows exactly where we live. So she knows what to do in case of emergency. I have no doubt about it, because I've already prepped her. So I don't know. But I just wanted to take you all on this journey with me. Hopefully, when I go to the doctor's appointment today, I will ask them, is it okay if I can record in the room prior to me going into the MRI? Of course, I can't take the phone into the MRI because I'll be going through the machine. But I will record prior to me going into the visits, like the people do on social media. And I will record prior to, and then I will record when I get back to my room later on tonight, to let you know how everything went. And when I get back, so I can get something to eat. So I'll probably either have ate already or about to eat, because I'm starving right now. But let me get ready, because I only have about 16 minutes or so before, or no, actually a little bit before 16 minutes, because I have to be down a little bit before 12:30, and I have to go to the bathroom. But I will keep you all updated and try to keep my videos to the minimum of about 20 or 30 minutes. But this is my journey. I hope you all continue to follow me. This is P, signing out.